Pokemon Go just entered its 10th year, and it's crazy for me to say that this might be possibly the best time to play the game. And after the events of yesterday with Scopely giving out a 100% background Mewtwo with the chance of it being a Shundo, really goes to show that not only is this a developer who cares about their player base and their opinion, but more importantly that they're actually listening. I think one of the biggest issues with Niantic, especially with me, was their lack of communication, their lack of caring for their customers, because we were clearly in the hands of someone that treated the game more of a Kickstarter and for data mining information. Now that we are under the hands of Scopely, it is clear as day that we are experiencing what an actual game developer does. There's definitely been some things that have been, but I'm not going to focus on that because I think right now is a really good time for all Pogo players and more importantly, just new players. I think getting people back into this game is very important right now, just because a lot of people are unaware of these changes. And I think it's really good to just point out things that are good. I think we focus a lot on negative things, or we focus on things that are lackluster, just maybe not good for the game, when we need to give credit where credit is due. Because if they are listening when things are bad, they're for sure gonna listen when things are good. And they're gonna acknowledge the things that we like and we don't like. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I greatly appreciate you guys coming in and listening. And I want to just go over things that Scopely has done in this game within the last 6 months that alone have just greatly improved the game of the quality of life. So thank you so much, and let's get into today's topic of the video. The first feature we're going to go over that they have implemented is, in some people's regard, the best one, which is going to be the hyper training bottle cap. Aside from what it does, I think things like this are just really good for the game, because there are so many times and incidences where we put a lot of effort into raids, catching these Pokemon, obtaining them, and they just still don't come out the way that you want them to be. And this item makes the game seem less like, and more like a game itself, when you have an item like that where you can guarantee this Pokemon could live up to the expectations that you want it to. I mean, there are incidences where you could be, getting a remote raid from one of your good friends, or you could be on vacation and you're doing raids there, and you might have gotten the shiny you wanted, but they might have not got the IVs that you wanted. So I think items like this are just really good for the game, especially since now I think Pokemon Go is like one of the few games that really has value points now. After the release of Pokemon Champions, which I think is great personally, they've kind of eliminated or gotten rid of the IV system just to allow more and more people to get into competitive play with Pokemon. So I think items like this aren't to the same magnitude, but they're definitely a step in the right direction, especially when you have Master League and raids, and you want your Pokemon to reach the full maximum potential. So I think items like this are really great, and I'm really happy that Scopely has implemented it, because it starts to make the game feel more like a game, and I think that's really cool. This feature they implemented, I think, is probably my favorite one, aside from the bottle cap, of course. Bottle cap is just way too good. But it's gonna be the remote trading. I live in a city in LA, but I live in a northern suburb. So there's a lot of people that live in the city of LA that are on my friends list. And we're talking about an hour drive, hour and a half drive, some cases. And I even have friends up north in the Bay Area, so 6-hour drive. If you're going to Worlds, let me know. And I think this helps out tremendously. So we're not trying to plan a lucky trade a year in advance and and we're not trying to schedule a time, because when life be life, and when you're an adult, things get a lot harder to make time for certain things, which is why I love playing this game. I can just pop up on my phone and play even while I'm at work, or if I'm out with friends. It's when you bust out a Nintendo Switch around people, it's a little more abrasive. So which I always have my Switch 2 on me, so it doesn't matter. But I think when you have this game and the accessibility, it helps out a lot. So the remote trading is, to me, genius. Something that we've been asking for years. They clearly have been listening for years, clearly have been planning the purchase of this game for years, and they're implementing things now that they've been hearing us out as a community that we've wanted for a very long time. And there are some little minor improvements they can do as far as the request list and things like that, but that comes with learning. That comes with adding on and them hearing us out of how much we like some of these systems. So huge shout out to them for this one. This one is incredible to me, and I want to give credit where credit is due. That's the whole point of this video, to acknowledge how good this game has become in the last 7 months. So let me know about the special remote trades you guys have done. I see them on Twitter all the time where people are like, I got a shundo from a remote trade, you know what I mean? Like, things like that are really cool, just because there's more trades are good for the game. Trading is a huge part of Pokemon. When Red and Green first got announced, the whole decision of making 2 games was for the trading aspect. So huge improvement on this, and hopefully they continue to make improvements with the trading system as well. Another feature that they added that I think is really incredible is the Go Pass feature. So them offering a free and paid option is great, just because beforehand Niantic really didn't give a choice. It was like you either pay or you don't, and them allowing you to kind of double the amount of items or things by paying is exactly that's the exact system that we need in this game, especially because I feel like there's a huge player base in this game that is free to play. I was free to play up until a few months ago, or when I started playing again, so like a month ago. Of course, I would casually raid and casually do events when I would have friends with me and things like that, depending on the event. But I didn't really want to spend money on this game, especially since I wasn't a huge fan of the way it was ran. I played it more casually, and I cared more about battling. But now that we have these mega finale events, to be like, for example, or if we have certain implications or implementations, I should say, to these events that allow everyone to have fun, no matter if they're spending money or not, is a huge step in the right direction. I know a lot of people aren't a huge fan of the mega event, and I think they're only looking at it from their point of view. I'm a returning player. I don't have any of these candies. I don't have any of these. I have maybe 5,500 Mewtwo energy. You know what I mean? I know that's shocking to a lot of people that have spent, a lot of time and a lot of money and effort in the game, but I haven't, and I'm catching up. And I know there's a lot of players like me that are in the same boat. So I don't think it's really fair for people to be like, this event sucks, this event's not good, when you're probably not going to get Mewtwo for a very, 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 very long time after this year. Let's be honest, they've released him, I think 3 times, I should say now, 3 times since this year alone. That usually means we're not going to get him for a while, and I guarantee people are going to complain about that too later down the line. So huge improvements within the event system, the event sphere, and I think that if they continue to be on this path, it will only get better and only bring in more and more people to play this game. Okay, with all that being said, is this game perfect? No. No game is, but that doesn't matter, because we love this game. I'm pretty sure I'm not alone when I say I love this community. I love how open everyone is and how everyone wants everything for everybody most of the time. And it's very rare where you get a game like that. Of course there's going to be ups and downs. Of course there's going to be people upset. There's people that were upset about a free Hundo Mewtwo. You can't help everybody. But It's really great to know that we are in the hands of a developer who listens and cares and has shown nothing but effort to the player base, to their customers. They want us to succeed, they want us to do better, they want us to love the game, and here's to 10 more years of Pokemon Go. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you haven't yet, please like, comment, subscribe. I love your comments too, you guys. Please comment what you feel about the video below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.